Previously on Venom War, witnessing the dystopian future, Eddie Brock and his son Dylan are now at war over who should remain bonded to the Venom symbiote. But believing that he has ruined both Eddie and Dylan's lives, the symbiote decides to spend the rest of his life in a place where no one can find him, Spider-Man's closet, until Peter Parker finds him and convinces the symbiote to bond with him once again and end this Venom War. And Spidey is back in black after defeating Hobgoblin and the ancient Splinter. Arachneo, with the help of Mary Jane Jackpot, Spidey and Venom arrive into the Garden Arena where they meet Eddie and his other variants. Eddie demands Peter to hand over his symbiote, but as Peter rejects and decides to keep Venom, the battle begins between Eddie and Spidey. With the power of Bedlam and his other variants, Eddie becomes fully charged, forcing Peter to lose his grip on the battle. But as things turn worse, Dylan merges with Flexo and Sleeper and becomes the new hybrid symbiote, the Prince in Black, ready to defeat his father. But as the fight between Eddie and his son Dylan is about to start, on the other side, Meridius, an evil alternate future Eddie Brock, has unleashed a plague of symbiote that invades any living beings and dead corpses and turning them into the symbiotes, only to regain his title as the King in Black, the ruler of the symbiote race. But as the chaos ascends in the Venom War, Meridius receives a surprise visit from an unexpected visitor, Carnage, Venom's arch nemesis. But what is the Crimson-clad killer truly after? Let's find out in today's video. Welcome to Comics to YouTube channel. In today's video, we will review Chapter 3 of Venom War. You can get the previous parts on this playlist. So if you guys are new here, please subscribe and turn on all the notifications to never miss any future uploads. Please like, comment and share. All the text and images are owned by its respected company. You can support them by purchasing it digitally or from any offline stores. The issue opens up in the middle of the chaos. Everyone is running with their lives from the symbiotes, and Meridius and Carnage are watching the view from the Alchemax building, enjoying the scene. And Meridius is waiting for this pointless war to get over, and then he will go to Eddie and get his symbiote back. And to make his plan smooth, his symbiotes will also help him. The symbiote infection spreads like a disease, infecting everyone, living or dead. Corpses become crawlers, shambling, mindless remnants. But living victims are even more dangerous. They retain all their original speed, strength, and any special forces. And those symbiotes are able to swing too. And with his symbiotes and Venom symbiote, Meridius will able to rebuild the garden that Carnage destroyed in the future. He will make his own Venom world. But Carnage has another plan. He admits Meridius' plan will work, but there are few heroes who can ruin his plan, no matter how much he has rigged the game. But there is always a wild card, and that card is Flash Thompson, Agent Anti-Venom. To save the people from the symbiote infection, he is using his anti-venom power and begins to remove the symbiote infections from the victim's body and making them normal again. Back at the arena, Bedlam and Dylan are now face to face. Spidey is watching them, and without hesitation, Bedlam charges towards Dylan to end his life. But before he can reach him, Eddie stops Bedlam. He comes out of his body as he doesn't want to hurt his own son. And also, he is the leader of all his other variants, so that means they will follow his order. So instead of fighting Dylan, Eddie decides to talk with his son and sort this out without any fight. But right at the time, Dylan sees a glimpse of image where in the past, Dr. Doom is talking with Flexo. He is the one who appoints Flexo to join Dylan. And when the right time comes, Flexo will use Dylan to kill Eddie Brock, the King in Black. Dylan tries to stop Flexo, but ignoring his order, Flexo throws rocket launchers from his armor and hits Eddie in a point-blank range, badly injures him, which shocks everyone inside the arena. It seems Eddie is not able to heal himself, and it is revealed that Doom gave Flexo a massive power-up, a variation on the overt mind exchange process that dislocates any opponent's psyche so that Doom can replace it. So with Eddie is no longer reinforced by a symbiote, this will shift his soul out of alignment with his physical form. So now Flexo is able to damage Eddie's physical body, so he then proceeds to fire another shot. Dylan tries his best to stop Flexo. He tells Sleeper to do something, but before that can happen, Flexo knocks out Sleeper and throws him out of the arena. So to save Dylan, Toxin jumps in, but before he can reach Flexo, he gets hit with multiple shots. But before Flexo could take Toxin's life, Spidey interferes, but he forgets his main opponent, Bedlam, who is now fighting without Eddie Brock. But in this chaos, Normie's symbiote, Rascal, keeps repeating Kang's name, and then Normie hears a voice inside his mind, and it is Kang the Conqueror. He reveals Normie's symbiote was made by him, a modification of Bedlam. Kang knows what Doom is planning. He is going to infiltrate the symbiote hive, so he orders Rascal. When Doom makes his move, disrupt him, take his spawn off the boat, and unable to control the Rascal symbiote, Normie charges towards Flexo, and before Rascal could take Flexo with him, Normie forces Dylan out of Flexo's body, and with his strong grip, he grabs Flexo and escapes from that place, leaving Dylan confused about what just happened. Meanwhile, Peter and Venom are struggling against the combined strength and power of Bedlam, and then Peter gets an idea. He tells the announcers to turn on the entrance music, but it should be loud, and as the high-pitched sound makes Bedlam weak, Peter catches him off guard, and with a few kicks and punches, he knocks him out. But while Peter is busy to finish off the fight, Venom draws his attention to Dylan and his dying father, Eddie, and tells Peter Eddie needs him, and he is not the only one. Venom thought if he stayed away, it would keep them safe. Eddie, Dylan, even Peter. He thought he was a poison to all of them. But Dylan has lost so much. He is only a child, burdened by the fate of all them. Dylan needs him in a way that Peter never did, and Peter realizes both Eddie and Dylan need Venom, and he decides to release Venom from his body and allows him to bond with Eddie and his son. They went to a war because if either of them became Venom's host, a terrible future would follow. Peter thought the only solution was that neither should wed him, but there is a better answer. As Venom makes contact, linking with their minds, he begins to think in stereo, and then, for the very first time, they are Venom, Eddie with his classic Venom look, and Dylan with a badass Venom. And with this, the chapter 3 of Venom War comes to a close. So which part you like the most? Please share your thoughts on the comment section down below, and please like this video and do subscribe, as this will motivate me to make more contents. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.